dear parents, we have been receiving a lot of queries about Practically, and this is the video about how to log in on computer and how to attend a class, right? So first thing we have to do here is we have to make sure Google Chrome is open and Zoom app is open. We have to make sure that Zoom app is installed. Okay, so Zoom app is open and Chrome is open. Now on Chrome, you will go to practically.com. Do not use the links that are sent in the class WhatsApp group on the computer. They will not work on the computer. On the computer, you will only go to practically.com. Now, once I press enter, you will come to this screen on which you will see login on the top right side. When I click on login, you get option to login with phone number. We are not going to use that option login with phone number. We will use the option login with password. So click on the option login with password, and here you will see your email ID and password should be entered, and then you can say stay signed in and click on login. Now once you log in, this is what you will see. It is a blank page, yes, but on the left side you will see virtual sessions. You can see virtual sessions on the left side. This is where you will see all your classes every day. As of now, it says no data found because there are no periods scheduled for today at this time, but upcoming will show you all your sessions here, and you will click on join to join the session. Now before we join the sessions, let's see what things we need to check on Practically and Zoom. In terms of the name of the student, you have to check Practically my profile. On the left side you have my profile option. You will go to personal details, and in personal details you have to check that the display name is the full name of the child, and first name and last name are updated properly. So make sure that these three things are updated. If it is updated, you can just click on save. Now coming to Zoom, in Zoom you have the profile name here on the top right. Where you see the profile picture, you see your profile name here. And it's very simple to change the profile name. You go to my profile option. It will open the browser where you see the options to change your profile. So here I will just log in with the same Google ID again. And you can see this is the display name here. So I have to click on the edit button on the right side. On the extreme right you will see edit button. I'll click on that, and you don't need to change the first name and last name, only the display name. So only the display name you can change. Here you can just add your roll number, put a dash, add your first name, put a dash, and add your class. So we can see how it is showing here right now. It is showing first name and last name. Once I do this change in display name and click on save, you can see it will be updated here immediately. So it has the roll number, name, and the class and division. This will make it easy for the teacher to identify the students and to mark the attendance, and also students will be arranged roll number wise so we can easily find them. Okay, so this will help a lot both the students and the teachers. Okay, so in this part of the video we will see how to join a meeting. So you see the join option here in virtual sessions, and you can see Zoom is open, it's not signed in. So very important, you have to sign in to Zoom here with any Google ID. It's up to you, you can sign in with any Google ID. So click on sign in, and there is an option called sign in with Google. Click on that option. It will take you to the browser again, and if you have Google ID logged in into the browser already, it will ask you to choose any one. So I'll just choose a one, the first one, and it says launch Zoom, but it will automatically launch Zoom, and here I am logged in into Zoom. So the first time we opened Zoom, it was showing us join and sign in. Now if I open Zoom, it will show me this page, which means it is already signed in. The next step is to click on join here. Okay, so once the teacher starts the meeting, only then you will be able to join. So when I click on join now, it will redirect me to Zoom automatically because my Zoom is opened and it is logged in. But now you can see that I have logged in with my ID. So teacher has started the meeting and the student has joined the meeting. So this is how you will join. When you click on join, it will go to Zoom and it will join the meeting automatically. You do not have to be into the waiting room. It directly enters the Zoom meeting. And even if you get disconnected, you can join directly again. So this is the advantage of Practically. Now, once you're done with the meeting, you will see the next meetings here on the screen. As of now, I have just scheduled one session for demo, but you will see all your sessions for the day as per the timetable here in virtual sessions. So that's how you join meeting from the computer. Okay, in the next part, we will see what should be done if you have any trouble. Alright parents, so in this part we will see if you have any trouble while joining or logging in, or any trouble while in the session, what we have to do. So we have a common complaint that it goes to teacher login. For that, the best solution is you go to the three dots on the top right side of Google Chrome. The three dots on the very top right side, just below the cross, and click on that and go to settings. Now in settings, on the left side, you see privacy and security. This option, privacy and security, you click on that, and now on the right side, you see option clear browsing data. Go to clear browsing data, go to advanced, the option on the right side on top, and in the time range, select all time. Once you select all time here, make sure only two things are clicked. Cookies and other site data has a tick, and cached images and files has a tick. Once you are done ticking both the options, make sure no other option is ticked and click on clear data. You can see it takes a lot of time if you have a lot of data stored in the cache and cookies. So keep doing this regularly every 2-3 days. It helps the browser to function properly. Now once this is done, you can close this and open a new tab, or just close the window and open the Google Chrome window again, and then log into Practically again. So it should not redirect you to the teacher login page after this. If it's still doing the same, you can go to the settings again, and this time we will not click on privacy and security. This time we will click on the advanced option on the left side. So we click on advanced, this option, and then you have something called as reset and cleanup, the last option here. Okay, when you click on reset and clean up, you have restore settings to their defaults. So you'll click on that option and then click on reset settings. Once you do this, everything will be reset to default, so there will be no setting issues at all. Then you can close the browser and open it again. If you are still facing issue, you can try another browser like Mozilla Firefox. I have it installed already, so I'll just click on this. But if you don't have it installed, you can download it. So you can just type download Firefox. And here is the first link, which is for Mozilla Firefox. You can go here and download Mozilla Firefox. I have it installed already, so I'll just open it. Now there is no difference in the login procedure when you go to Firefox. So when you open Firefox, you have to do exactly the same thing. Go to practically.com, click on login, select login with password, and then you have to enter your username and password. So here we go, practically.com, click on login. When you click on login, the window that comes up, make sure you don't type your number, but you click on login with password. So login with password, you will type your username and ID here, and then it will be logged in. And as usual, we did in Chrome, we will do the same thing here. So that's about Firefox. Now, if in case it's not working on both Chrome and Firefox, try another device. It might be a temporary device issue. So try another device. If it's working on another device, do the sessions, attend the sessions on other device and restart this one. So this is about Google Chrome. Now there might be some problem with the Google Chrome as well sometimes. So you can update Chrome. For that, you will have to go to help and about Google Chrome. So again, you are clicking on the three dots on the top right, then you go to help and about Google Chrome. As soon as you click on about, it checks for updates automatically. So mine is already updated, but some error is happening here. This might happen with you as well. Keep trying three or four times, it will update eventually. So once the Google Chrome is updated, there should not be any problem with Google Chrome. That's all you have to do with Google Chrome or Firefox. Now in Zoom, when you open Zoom, you see a small profile picture on the top right side. If you have a problem with Zoom, click on the profile picture and there is an option called check for updates. So click on the option check for updates. See, it says update available and it is downloading updates. So if you have any issues, it will be fixed by this update, because this update is for minor bug fixes, security enhancements, and if you have any issues, they will be resolved related to meetings or webinar features. So make sure that you update Google Chrome browser and Zoom regularly. Now I can click on update, so it will update and it will restart Zoom. Everything will work as usual even after the update. Only thing is, if you have any issues, that will be fixed after the update. So you have to update Google Chrome, you have to update Zoom, and you can also update Firefox if you are using it. That's just an alternative, not a regular thing that you will be using. So that's all for the issues. If you have any other issues, you can try to uninstall and reinstall Zoom or uninstall and reinstall Chrome. Even that can be done. So now the update for Zoom is complete and it's on the same screen again. So I'll be closing Zoom and I'll be closing the Google Chrome as well. That's it for now. If you have any other issues, we have the WhatsApp number 93261077796. That's the WhatsApp number. You can message on that. Even after trying all the things, if you are still facing the issue, please mention your name, class, division, reference number, the email ID you are using to log in to Practically app, and the password of the Practically app, so that we can check the issue and fix it for you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.